weeping, a rain is born from weeping for all
Writing the script to a Lemonova video is extremely simple, as quality and professionalism are completely devoid. Every video follows the same simple, yet effective formula for guaranteed YouTube views. Open the video with a completely unrelated skit that serves no purpose other than to drive a loud and probably overused meme in the face of the viewers in a pursuit to beguile.
No, not November.
Let's talk about that.
Follow this up with a single statement that gives the impression that the video will actually be about what the title and thumbnail allude to. This can be as simple as restating the title.
I have to admit it, guys, you have reached comedic peak value right now. Nothing will ever top what you jokesters have to say.
Now all that's required is to meander about for a minute and a half. Coherence is a concept that only exists in the minds of the English teachers that failed you in high school, so jump between ideas like you're giving Javier Sotomayor a run for his money.
Further, guys, because I'm about to introduce you to Belle Delphine. She does ahagao faces. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What else do you want to know? Her birthday?
She's 18, guys. It's okay. She's legal. She's age at consent now.
It's funny because it's an FBI joke. I'm not really sure about her Patreon. It's kind of tempting. Only $500 for her to write a letter to you? Now that's kind of a steal. Whoa! Hold your horses there, guys. $2,500 to have a girl talk to you? Now that's the best Christmas gift money can buy. You know what you can do with that money? You can buy me Discord Nitro for 50 years. You can actually buy your own sex bot for the same amount. You can even give it to your favorite YouTuber, Lemon OVA. No, seriously, I will give you a pristine blowjob if you give me that money. You know, me and Belle Delphine have a lot in common, actually. We're both 18, we both like anime girls, and we're both pretty famous. So you know, why don't we just... Please don't file a restraining order on me.
Conclusions are easy. No restatement of major points necessary, because you had no argument to begin with. Just say a variation of, yeah anyway, and smash cut to outro so nearly 20% of the video is an exhibition for your other social media.
You're gonna get team killed by Iraq, so just stop him. Okay, bye.
F-R-E-E, that spells free.
With that, the script is complete, and it didn't even take more than a paragraph. Amazing. Writing is difficult, and even a simple YouTube video far exceeds your creative talent. Just improvise. Having seen a single episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway, improv comedy comes naturally to you. And hey, it's all so shit, people won't be able to tell the difference anyhow.
Yeah, I smoke a joint just to roll a fucking blunt. Yeah, I'm rocking.
Oftentimes, critiquing subjects requires you to provide evidence that you are knowledgeable on the subject. However, knowledge is never powerful on its own, and as Ronald Reagan once said, people make stuff up to sound smart all the time. Being a real man's man is one proven way to become immune to any criticism. If anyone ever tries to give a constructive assessment of your work, just tell them to fuck off, cause you've had more sex than them, and that's the only thing that matters.
No, not November is for virgins. How's it going, virgins? And if you're a Chad like me, you probably get tired of all these women chasing after you. I already busted the fattest nut about that, and I'm the most heterosexual male I know. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to pick up girls wherever you go. Or guys, I don't really judge.
Oh shit, look, Noodle's talking. Time to fucking jerk my fucking dick to her fucking voice. Be right back.
One of the defining aspects of the Lemonova style is the malignancy of intrusive memes ravaging viewers' eyes. Many passive observers might assume that to find such a variety of freshly harvested crops would take a lot of work prowling different sites and message boards for only the most aromatic delicacies. This is false. All of it is stolen from the Paradise Discord server. No matter how unrelated, no matter how shitty the quality is, just take a 480p clip full screen under the pretense that you're doing this ironically. Looking for original sources is hard work.
Attention, all epic Fortnite gamers. This is Johnny Sins. I've taken the
This is the part of the video that should take the most time. All effort that has been reserved from the previous steps should be put to use here at the cutting room floor. This is why we use the same 3 tricks over and over in an attempt to artificially generate humor. Filmmaking is an art form that has been developed over a century, and a cornerstone principle is directing the eye. This is why we pay no attention to where in frame our images go, just as long as all the negative space gets filled. Use a solid pastel background and slap a random image we just stole. Set a keyframe on the first frame for the X dimension, then on the last frame, this time 300%. Stretching makes it funny. Akira Kurosawa demonstrates in his work the importance of movement and how visual stimuli helps to keep an audience engaged. With that philosophy, add some S-shake, so everything jiggles like Michael J. Fox during an earthquake. People are stupid though. A commentary track and visuals are not enough to communicate to the viewer. Add needless text on screen to distract. Since people can't listen to someone talk and read at the same time, this forces a rewatch of the video to see what they missed and gives you extra views. For added visual comedy, deep fry everything and ruin the color correction on any clip you use. Visual clarity is for losers who don't need clout goggles. The only step left now is to give your masterpiece a title and thumbnail. For a title, make sure to pick something both vague and conspicuous. The thumbnail can just be a screen grab from some hentai. Maybe add a Johnny Sins for seasoning. And if you followed these steps, your final product should look something like this.
She was virgin alarm. We have a virgin here.
That's it? It really is that easy. But is it? I mean, you made the video, didn't you? Why are you not satisfied? Look, it has 10,000 views already. But then, why does it feel so empty? It's not difficult to say, and I think it's pretty obvious, that I have never had any direction for this channel. Even back in 2013, when my first video was published, I promised the moon, from Let's Plays to skit comedy, and whatever else 13-year-old me was recording on that old camera. For me, I had this dream that my videos would explode and I would be carried away on my path to glory. That didn't happen. A few years ago, out of an act of pure insanity, I made the decision to reopen the channel. This time, with a semi-serious attitude, and a promise to myself that I would keep with it. Since then, I think I have learned more about myself than I ever intended to. Deciding what kind of video to make is not one that's ever done out of a desire to create. I have no creativity. In the back of my mind, there's always been this nagging feeling that I need to follow the trend and make stuff that will be popular now. Integrity fades as I clamor to achieve more and more attention. Attention that I feel I deserve, rightfully or wrongly so. What does this have to do with Lemon? What does this have to do with him? Perhaps pretentiously, I see Lemon as something of a foil. A channel whose ill-defined content supports a greater social media network consisting of an active Twitter and a community Discord, all ran by a young adult doing his best to balance school with his hobby. But perhaps, unlike Lemon, I am not so honest. I'm reminded of the story of the phoenix and the vulture. The phoenix, with its wings of fire, will burn through the tangled vine and create its own path to the other side, whereas the vulture simply crawls through the tunnels already forged, a vile creature who seeks only an easy way to prestige. I am the vulture. I chase for the scraps left behind with cheap imitations and party tricks. The phoenix blazes his own path through the tangled bush and creates a passage of his own. I hoped that by following this path, I too may blaze. But people only tell stories of the first who was there. I was simply another who followed. The truth is, I don't know how Lemon makes his videos, but I know how I make mine. I don't know why Lemon started his channel, but I know why I started mine. My channel was created out of a vain attempt to become famous like all the other YouTubers I've idolized over the years. But I'm nothing but a crude, dishonest vulture. Nothing like Lemon, surely. I create videos that have no real meaning other than meeting a self-imposed quota, even if that means harming quality. But that's just how I, a vulture, do it. Nothing like the phoenix that is Lemon. I have seen how Lemon interacts with his community. Often he is the source of conflict, antagonizing and bullying those who have done nothing wrong but simply rub him the wrong way. But Lemon, he is a phoenix, so how could I, a simple vulture, understand? To see someone else achieve that dream I have yearned for, jealous is too feeble a word. A brash, inconsiderate child from what I know of him. The kind of man that surrounds himself with other Paleolithic men so they can make the impressionable dance for their amusement. Philanthropy is a concept that would turn what's left of this man's brain into mash. To see a man like that achieve such a status proves only that meritocracy is dead. But, yeah, who am I to say all this? After all, I'm just the vulture. And Lemon?